My name is Daniel Arons. I'm the CEO and founder of a new nonprofit organization called Family Ballpark Memories. The mission of our organization is to provide lifelong memories for low income families by providing them access to professional sporting events. Our goal is to use the power of sports to inspire and use that to really help strengthen and grow family relationships. We got
Yep.
started about a month and a half ago with the goal to just put some positive energy into the world without having any sports going on right now. It led for me to realize one, how much I miss sports, but two, how fortunate I am to have so many great memories centered around sports. And it led to me thinking, what can I do to make sure everybody feels the same way and has these opportunities regardless of their income status?
Okay, well, to give you a little background about myself, I'm one of those guys that in my crib, there was a glove on my left hand, basketball in my right hand, and a football by my foot. So, that I'm a sports kid from way back. So when you talk about those memories, I know exactly what you're talking about. But where are your memories coming from so we can kind of give some perspective on where you're going from there?
I've been fortunate to just grow up in an environment to go to a bunch of games with my dad, whether it be Yankee games or Giant games during football season, and just be able to spend an afternoon with family and talk about whatever and then bond over a shared love of a team. And then when I was little, I was so fortunate. If you look at pictures of me, it's either in a baseball jersey, a basketball jersey, whatever, you
Right.
don't realize how expensive those things are. And it's a basic part of so many people's formative years. And then when you add in cost, a lot of people aren't as fortunate.
So you've parlayed that love and that experience into being able to do it as a nonprofit. But we all know that nonprofits have to have something to be able to give back, as is how expensive it is. So are you partnering with other people or how are you making that work?
We're still in our beginning stages. We're in the process
Okay.
of forming some strategic partnerships with social service agencies and local school districts to just make sure that we can have access to the children we need to work with. And we're in the process of figuring out how we want to go after our initial funding. We plan on going after some grants, some traditional fundraising methods, and just thinking about what can we do to form these relationships with teams and leagues and partner with them in that way.
And I would think with the way professional sports are, they would be more than willing to reach out to you. Have you had any kind of that interaction yet? Or are you still, like you said, in the planning stages of that?
We've had a few initial conversations. We currently don't have 501(c)(3) status just yet, so we're not
Okay.
actively seeking funding to date, but we're building those relationships and going through the process of introducing ourselves and being ready for when the time comes.
And there's no, unfortunately, real hurry right now because unfortunately there's no games to take people to. But now, when that does happen, is there anything in particular you have in mind, or is it like it doesn't matter whether it's hockey, baseball, soccer, U.S. Open, tennis? Does it make a difference, or is it more tailored to the person or the children that you're dealing with?
It doesn't really make a difference as long as we can create positive experiences. It doesn't necessarily matter what the sport is. If we can get families together, get conversations going, and just provide that positive day at a ballpark, a stadium, whatever, then we hit our goal. I personally love baseball and football, but so many people love hockey, basketball, and whatever else.
Right.
And being able to share that passion just for sports in general is our mission.
Okay. Now, I grew up outside of Cleveland, so I'm a Cleveland fan. I know that's not always popular, but I could see doing this and then saying someone wanted to go to, say, a Pittsburgh Steelers game. Now, are you a Yankees guy or a Mets guy, or does that make a difference to you?
I'm a Yankees fan. The Yankees will be my
Okay.
first love from when I was 7 years old. But if somebody wants to go and see the Baltimore Orioles or go and see the Red Sox, more power to them.
Right. Okay. I understand. Yeah. All right. So when you get involved in this, what's the catalyst for doing it from instead of a business idea, or I should say, what were you doing as a business, and then you turn to this and go, I want to make a profit or a nonprofit. I want to do this for the good of people.
Well, I guess to start, all of my experiences in the nonprofit sector I
Okay. Okay.
graduated college about 2 years ago, and in those 2 years, I've worked for a handful of nonprofits. I've consulted for a few. I'm currently getting a master's degree in nonprofit management, so it's where my experience is. And knowing that you can give back and create tangible outcomes, it makes more sense to structure it in a philanthropic lens than out to make a profit. There's so many great corporations that give back to society, but none of them have a full focus on this mission. That's where I saw the gap and the need in the marketplace.
Okay. And we know when you build out your business plan for all this, you've projected years down the road. Not to say we want to get into that, but what other things do you see that are possible from this other than just your initial, getting people to games and giving that experience?
Well, due to COVID, we actually restructured our first program initiative. We're in the process of doing our very first jersey giveaway, where kids are going to have a
Okay.
chance to go on our website, apply to win a jersey of their favorite team or player. And that's just a nice celebration because later this month, baseball's coming back, hockey's coming back, basketball's coming back. So we wanted to do something. And if kids are in school in September, it's a good chance to give them some new things to wear to school and just get some positive energy out
Right.
there.
Okay. All right. So now that we've achieved, or we'll say we achieved one, we get everything back. Looking at, say, year two, now that we've wrapped things up and we have a quote unquote normal season, if that were to take place, then is there a way of expanding this, or is it pretty much this is what it's going to be, which is good? But is there an expansion in model in mind, or is that something you can't go into right now?
And something that we have to think about first, we have to get our
Okay.
initial program up and running, see what's successful, see how, the impact that it's having, and then we can grow from there. Right now, we have a great idea. We have a great solid foundation that we're building, but we have to test it. We have to see how the program works and see if we're making a difference and see if these families are truly having the outcomes that we hope they're having.
Okay, so and I guess we should have done this when we started, for people looking to either contribute or to help you, how can they reach you?
For now, they can go on our website, which is familyballparkmemories.org, or they can go on our social media, which is Family Ballpark Memories on both Facebook and Instagram. They can just get in touch, or emails there, my phone number's there, and they can just reach out and offer assistance, offer contributions, and just learn more and join our social feeds.
Okay, now on a personal note, since what are you missing the most right now? Because we should be in season or close to season for everything. So Yankees, Islanders, what is really causing that? I want to get this memory going for the next couple of whatever.
It's baseball season. The Yankees are supposed to be
Yeah.
the best team in the American League, so it has to be baseball.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, isn't it? How have you filled, or have you been able to fill the void? I mean, I've watched a lot of World Series on Fox Sports and that kind of stuff. Have you been able to kind of fill that void right now?
I've just been trying to focus on other things. I've been doing a lot of rooting and focusing on things that I necessarily wouldn't be focused on if I was watching a 9 inning baseball game.
Okay, so to kind of give a little correlation to someone who's not a sports fan, how important is this level that you're looking at as far as sports are concerned, and you don't have it right now? Because I know there's sports fans or non-sports fans that tell me, well, yeah, but there are no games on, so why do you care? I'm like, you don't get it. I'm a sports guy. So how do you carry that over to somebody else?
If you think about it, it's something I've been following since I'm 7 years old. It's been in my life for almost 15, 16 years. And something I'm just used to doing, and not having that is
Right.
very strange, especially when April comes around and the first thing you want to do is turn on the TV and watch basketball playoffs and hockey playoffs and baseball, and you have the three of them all collide at once. Just not having
Right.
that was very weird from the beginning.
Right.
It's
Well,
missing a tradition.
to me, a national holiday is pitchers and catchers report day.
Of
So
course.
I know what you mean. It's like that is the start of everything. So all right, so let's get the sadness out of the way. When we get back, and like you said, it should be the end of the month, how do you jump into that full force with your business and your plan?
Our plan is to just start encouraging people to watch sports on television, encouraging people to realize things look different right now, but at some point stadiums will be full again. And what can we do to make sure everyone has a chance to go back to the stadium? Everyone has a chance to enjoy their favorite team, and starting those conversations and taking it from there.
Okay. Now, when we're looking at those memories, we're looking at things. I know everyone has their own different thing, but you have memories of, for example, mine was when I would go to Old Cleveland Municipal Stadium, but then when they built the new one, and the first time I was there, that was a memory. The memories were great from the old stadium, but the new stadium was pretty cool too. It was Jacobs Field at the time. Who knows what it's being called now. So from old Yankee Stadium to new Yankee Stadium, is that kind of one of those signposts as well for you?
I had so many great memories at the old ballpark. It was just such a special atmosphere. The new stadium's great. It's an awesome fan experience. I was a little older when it opened. I was about 12 or 13, so it's not necessarily the same magic when you fall in love as a seven, 8-year-old. But it's still a great venue, and I have new memories there, going with my friends and doing things like that. It's a different standpoint.
Well, and the reason I asked that was because when you're talking about providing memories to people, to me, the important part is to understand it's their memories, but also to have an idea that it's your memories are kind of what their ideas are. So new stadiums, new lineups, new teams, all that kind of fun stuff. So when you put somebody in that environment, say it's a child from, let's say, from Buffalo, you go, okay, I'm going to give you a Buffalo Bills experience and understanding what that experience is. How much research goes into or will go into making sure they get to the full experience?
We're going to make sure that, one, the people that we're sending out to ballparks and stadiums, they have an understanding of the team. They have an understanding of the history, and we just want to use it to reinforce and strengthen that bond. If somebody's not overly interested in sports, I don't necessarily know if our program's going to be for them. It would be great to introduce someone to sports, but we really want to focus on those families and children that love sports, but unfortunately just haven't been in a financial position to go and enjoy their team.
Right. Okay. Well, again, give us the information on where they can find you, wherever they can find you, please.
That would be familyballparkmemories.org, and our social media is at Family Ballpark Memories on both Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, Daniel, thank you once again. It's been great having you. I think it's a great idea, and I hope things take off for you, not only in the future, but in the next month or so we can get back to sports.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Frank.
Okay. Thank you very much.